Thank you all for tuning in. This is Iman, and
Selena.
together we make you plus happy. Each week we bring you someone who challenges us to define success and happiness on our own terms with a dose of laughter.
Remember to like and subscribe to the You Plus Happy podcast. You can also follow us on Instagram at You Plus Happy. Hi, Iman.
Hey, Selena.
What's going on?
Are you still hearing music in your head?
See, mamacita.
Not much. How was your week? Anything exciting happen?
I thought you were going to go first.
You want me? I mean, you didn't ask, so.
Yeah, something very exciting happened. So I told y'all, I said this before on the show, when you it's that proverb, when you give someone a rose, the scent stays on your hand. So like you can't, that's not the way the proverb goes, but you can't give something to someone without getting something, right? So my brother, for his birthday, we decided to go to the gun. Well, he decided to go to the gun range. I was just making suggestions. He's like, gun range. The other ones were bowling, and like, who's gonna pick bowling over a gun range? So it was my first time shooting a gun, and I was very nervous, but I was very proud of myself. I was safe. I was following all the rules. I shot my guy. Pew, pew. He's dead now. He won't bother anyone ever again. I got him. And I think I'm ready. I had a revolver, and those take a
The
little while.
revolver, is that the one, the bigger one? Or
No.
oh.
It's like I feel like it's like the old school one. Yeah. And it doesn't have the magazine or the clip because it's the revolver. So, yeah, you pull the back down. Yeah. Takes a little, yeah. It's not for fast action, I feel like. I don't know. Shoots one time. No, I'm like, y'all, if you want a fast action, you can't do the revolver. It takes a while to load. But what you say?
Selena's gun review.
So yeah, we all did well. And I was proud of myself for like calming down, with all the gunshots going on around you and like gathering myself and still being able to shoot the guy.
Yeah, that's good. Was that your brother's first time, or had he done it?
Yeah.
Okay.
And he did a great job. He came over to my guy, my target guy. I was like, shoot him in the head, Sean. He's bothering me. And my brother was like, okay. He's like, pop, 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 pop. And he did it. He got all his heads. I was like,
a little violent.
Well, that guy was messing with his sister.
I mean, yes, those are facts. Oh, that's fun. I've only gone shooting once, and it was fun.
I was surprised that I told Iman before the show, I saw her Instagram a long time ago when we first became friends. And I saw that she went shooting, and it doesn't seem like your personality. So I was surprised and proud.
Oh, I mean, I like trying new stuff.
But it's violent. You're not about violence.
I'm not like shooting a person. I probably wouldn't shoot a person, but like gun range.
Yeah. Did you have as much fun? Like, did you love it?
I was really like anxious to touch it, but once it was in my hands, I was like, okay, I'm all right. But it's like the one I had a lot of kickback. So I think that threw me off a little because it's small, but it's still like very powerful.
Yeah. Yeah. I was scared of the kickback and the shells. They were like, the shells are gonna, I was like, oh gosh, the shell's gonna hit me. I'm gonna get confused.
Yeah. No, it's a good experience. Oh,
Yeah.
I'm glad it was fun.
Yeah, it was amazing. I had a wonderful time, even though it wasn't for my birthday, but it was wonderful. What about you?
So I went for a day trip over the weekend to a place that's called Lorne. So it's maybe like an hour, almost 2 hours away from where I'm at in Victoria.
Yeah.
It's so pretty, and you drive up. It's called the Great Ocean Road, so it's along the ocean, which is why it's called the Great Ocean Road. But it was just really, really pretty, and got some really nice pictures, got to see the sunset on the way back, ate lots of yummy food. So it was nice because I think I told you, we had gone back into a lockdown for a little bit out here. And now they're easing the restrictions. So it was nice to just get out and see something new. And the sun was actually out. So I was very happy about that.
I think you know what I'm going to ask you. What did you eat?
Everything. What did I have? I'm trying to think because we ate a few places. Honestly, I don't remember. I had like a veggie bowl at one of the places with like kale and different mixed veggies, and it was really yummy. Had a few drinks. Yeah, I don't remember. I feel like we were just everywhere we would go, we would stop and get food.
Yeah. That sounds so nice though.
Nice. And it was long enough where it was like, it was a nice little getaway, but then it was like I could still come back and get ready for the week. So
yeah, it didn't take a bunch out of you. That's important. Yeah. Very nice.
I'll have to post some of the pictures on my personal IG so you can see.
Check it out. You're on private, so our listeners can't even look at it. Oh, maybe that's not inclusive.
Maybe I can maybe post some of the sunset pictures on You Plus Happy too.
Yes, look at our page to look at the sunset, you guys. But it's in Australia, so it looks different, right? Yeah.
I mean, it looks the same, but it was like over the water, so it's really pretty.
Okay. We'll be looking for those on the edge of our seats. Just kidding. I'm excited to see it. So, what do we have on this show?
This year, so we are going international, which is exciting. So we have our first, well, I guess technically we had someone that was from Australia, but international in a place that neither one of us is in.
Yes, we're expanding.
We are expanding. So this week we have Pricilla. Pricilla is from East Malaysia and struggled with self-esteem in relation to outward appearance because her goal was to be perfect in terms of everything. But this year she decided to change the way she's thinking and to empower women to feel good about themselves and realize that we are perfect just the way we are. And it's about accepting and loving ourselves the way we are. Pricilla is the founder of loveyourself.p2.blog, which focuses on encouraging self-love and body positivity. Priscilla's This Is Me project is a group talk for women to share their stories, to encourage other women to feel strong by sharing their stories, with the goal of creating connection between everyone's different life experiences. Without further ado, Pricilla. Hi.
Hi. You guys can hear me?
Yeah.
Hi.
Nice to meet you.
Same here.
Nice to meet you guys. Good morning.
It's like 6 a.m. for you, right?
Yeah, it's 6 a.m. here right now. I wake up super early, like 4 o'clock.
Oh, okay. Usually you wake up that early?
Yeah, sometimes.
All right, so I guess just our first question is, how did you get started with the Love Yourself P2 blog and eventually the This Is Me project?
I think I first started because of I have experienced that also. I have experienced, like, I think growing up, I experienced comparing myself to others in terms of my body because I was unhappy about how I look because I'm not skinny enough, I'm not fit enough. I think that's motivated me to spread the awareness of body positivity to others because it's not a very healthy mindset to have that, like the negativity to put yourself on your body. So yeah, I think that's my inspiration to create that blog for everyone to see, to everyone to read. Yeah, because I think here in our country, the issue is not really that big. The issue is really not well known of. So yeah, I think me starting that blog will maybe make a big impact someday here in our country. Yeah.
And I'm just curious, like, because you're in Malaysia, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Is
East
it
Malaysia.
Malaysia? Okay. Is that
Yeah.
and this is just my ignorance, do you feel like there is that pressure there as well? Because I know like in the States, and well, I'm in Australia, but I'm from the States, and Selena is as well. It's constantly that pressure to compare, and just in the media of like what beauty should be. Is it similar where you're at?
Mm, not really.
Mm.
Not really. Yeah. Because I mean, when I think of it, because here in our country, we don't really talk about that much.
Okay.
You know, yeah, like among my friends, we don't really talk about that. We don't really talk about like body positivity, mental health, or something. We don't really talk that much. That's why I say that it's not really well known here in our country. I don't know if in other country, but yeah, in here in Malaysia, we don't really talk about that much. I don't know why. Maybe it's not really like a big issue for them. It's not really. I don't know. No, we don't really talk about it much.
Yeah. What was the turning point? What made you want to start this blog, especially when it's not a big thing in Malaysia? So what made you want to start it?
I just want to make like a, how can you say that? I want to spread the awareness to the younger generation out there, because because social media right now is like the big thing. People can influence from that social media, because in social media it's always been fake, it's always Photoshop or something like that. I think
Yeah.
that, yeah, I think my first issue was that like that too, because I search on social media so much, and then I look at this perfect person, perfect woman, and I want to be like them too, but in a healthy way. And that's wrong. That's wrong. That's my wrong. So I don't want people, the younger generation, to do the same for me, to do the same mistake that I do in my younger days. So yeah, creating that blog, I think I want to be like more honest to other people, that, you know, being body positivity is very important. Loving yourself is very important. There's no need to compare yourself to others, something like that. Yeah.
And I guess like your so we connected through IG, and it's very inspirational, and your posts are very inspirational. Along your kind of journey of starting your blog, starting Instagram, what were some of the challenges that you faced, and how did you push through those?
I think the challenges is here is like commitment,
Mm.
because I have a job, my last job, but I quit because of this crazy pandemic. So I go back home, and then before that, the blog is for like, I don't know, I created the blog like 4 years ago, something like that, but I don't have the time to commit to that blog, to keep on posting a new update every day. So yeah, I think commitment is the hardest thing for me, because I don't really have time. I don't really have that big idea. I work that blog on my own without any of help or from my friend or something like that. So yeah, I think the biggest challenge for me is commitment, and having to do it myself. Yeah, something like that. It's very hard, because sometimes you have to educate yourself more. You have to research more on the things from the topic. So it's hard, because it's not easy, because you have a lot of things to do, right, other than your blog, something like that. Yeah, that's the commitment is very hard. You have to take your time each and every day to post, but you don't have the time. So sometimes I feel so lazy, to be honest with you, but I try so hard to post every day. Like for my IG, I try so hard to post every day. Yeah, I think time is the main key here, the challenging thing here right now.
Yeah. And how do you deal with have you felt like along this journey that you've failed, and how do you deal with that? What are your solutions?
Mm, I think I have just to think in a positive way, because some days like today, like right now, I'm more active in my IG. So some of the days I don't really feel like productive to post anything, something like that. I feel like let's just take a break. Let's take a moment, something like that. So sometimes I feel that sometimes I feel useless, you know, you know what I mean? Because I cannot do anything. I cannot do anything, and I want to be active. I want to spread awareness. I want to spread positivity to others, but it's very hard because you have to wake up and then you have to think about what you want to post, think about what you want to talk, something like that. And sometimes it's influence you on how people look at your blog, something like that, or look at your IG, something like that. Because recently I create a project. This is me project. I actually message all of the people, and I was afraid of that rejection when people didn't want to say, "Oh no, sorry, I don't want to join on your project" or something like that. But yeah, there's a few people joining it, and I'm very happy about it, really. So the project really like the big turning point on my life, because some people will help you, some people want to do the same thing that you want to do, and that's really nice. So yeah.
Yeah. So the sense of community
Yeah.
help that people who are like-minded who want to do the same thing as you. Yeah.
Yeah, because I never do something big like that before. So yeah, I feel very happy. I feel very grateful, really.
Mhm.
So people help me go through that. Yeah, people help me, create that project with me. So yeah, I'm very grateful. I'm very grateful, really.
Can you tell us a little bit about, like, it's called This Is Me, what the project is, and just how long? So it sounds like you're just getting started with it, but like, what
Yeah.
prompted you to do it?
Um, I just want to, because today during this crazy pandemic, I want all of us, especially women, I want us to feel connected to one each other, because we all walk in a different path in life. We all have different struggle in life. So I want women to share their struggle, their motivation, what they stand for, something like that. Because I give them like 6 questions, so they have to answer. So each one of them, I look at the video, they all have different story to tell, and that's really, really inspiring to watch, really. Yeah, it's amazing to see when you can connect all other people and spread positivity around the world. Yeah, I think, yeah, that's it.
Do you find that are most of the people that are in the project, are they all over, or are they primarily in East Malaysia as well?
They are all over the world, yeah. Yeah, that's the great thing. I don't know, I really like it. They help me a lot. Yeah.
Yeah. So if we're going to switch gears a little bit, like change the subject a little bit. Um, this is a very different question, but what
Yeah.
do you, and so our podcast is about success, and we like to, and we talk about what success means to you, and more, not just money or whatever, but whatever it means to you. But we think one of the things that fall under that is our relationship with people,
Mm.
and our friends and our family. And so what do you hope people say when you're not in the room? Like, what do you hope they say about your personality?
That's a very tough question.
I know, everyone says that.
Yeah, it's a very tough question because I never think of that before.
Yeah.
I think maybe like, wow, she made it. Wow, I don't know. That's a very tough question. I never asked myself that before.
Mhm.
I think maybe just say something nice, like, wow, she made it, or something. Wow, she's successful right now. Just these are very simple things. That's a very hard question. I don't really know what to answer about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, just something nice about me, maybe. Yeah, that's all.
Hmm. Yeah.
And then I guess just going off of that a little bit and what Selena said, what is your definition of success? Like, what does that mean to you?
I think everyone have like a different point of view on what success means.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, just doing the smallest thing and you accomplish your goal. That's, I think, for me, that's the biggest success. Just like I said before, this is me project. It's like my first big project that I ever done in my life. I never connect with a lot of people in my life, so it's a big success for me. Just a small thing, just a simple things. Yeah, I think, because even though it's a small thing, but you do it with all your heart and you achieve it, and yeah, for me that's what successful mean for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
How do you set goals? How do you set, because you said success is when you hit your small goals. So is it like, how do you set yours? Do you make a bunch of small ones, or is it like,
Oh no.
okay?
I don't do like that, because if I do like that, I will not follow it. I just put it in my head every day, like, oh, you have to do this, or you have to do this tomorrow, or you have to do this, you have to post this tomorrow, or something like that. I just do something like that. It The goal is keep coming to me. I will not write it down, because if I write it down, I will not do it for real. I will not do it. I just keep on thinking about it. Oh, you have to do this every day, or you have to achieve this today, or you have to create this today, something like that. I just do something. I don't write it down. Yeah.
Sounds like you have to picture it in your mind.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's true. That's true.
Like knowing what kind of learner you are, what kind of person you are, what works for you. I have to write
Yeah.
everything down, but it's great to know. Like some people that wouldn't
Yeah.
even work for them.
No,
That's cool to know.
it's not work for me. I buy like a bunch of notebook because I
Mhm,
love notebook, and I was
mhm,
like, oh, I'm gonna buy this notebook. I want to write a lot of things.
mhm.
I'm still, the book is still not untouched. So I was like, you know what? What's the point? I just have to think about it.
Yeah.
All up here.
What's yeah.
That is good that you're able to just keep it up there and keep going
Mhm.
towards it. Similar to
Yeah.
I'm just like, if it's not written down, it's not most likely
It
like
will
a
not
90
happen.
not
Yeah, it's not for me. It's not gonna happen.
happen.
So funny.
And I guess in terms of like your goals and what you're doing, what's been your biggest motivation up until this point to keep going?
My biggest motivation, my parents,
Okay.
because we not come from a rich family, so money is always an issue. So for me, they deserve better in life. They deserve a better house, food, something like that, money. So yeah, my parents is my biggest motivation right now, because I know they deserve a lot of things in life. I want to provide them a lot of things in life. I want to take them travel around the world, something like that. So yeah, right now it's my parents my biggest motivation. I want to do the best that I can for them. Yeah.
Yeah. A long motivation. I know you say you were lazy, which I'm sure isn't true, but
Yeah.
we all have our moments when we're lazy, like, or we're procrastinating, or we're taking forever to
Yeah.
get our things done. How do you deal with that? How do you say, all right, I can't be lazy right now. I have to get this done. I have to post. I have to do, how do you get out of that lazy? Your word, not mine. You're lazy.
Real, real. I'm very lazy. I don't know why, but I think because of my last job. My last job was assistant,
Mhm.
so it helped me to keep on working every day, because people have high expectation on you. Because yeah, I think sometimes I'm so lazy to go to work, but you have to, because I mean that's your work. You have to go to work. So I think what the things that I do is that I have to push myself more. I was like, come on, come on. You have already create this blog, create this IG. Come on, don't be lazy. So yeah, I have to push myself more, because there's a day I don't feel really productive at all. I was like, I just want to lay down, just want to watch YouTube, something like that. But there's a time also where I'm like, you know what? If you keep doing this stuff, being lazy, you will go nowhere in life. So yeah, I just have to keep pushing myself, keep pushing myself. Yeah.
Yeah. It sounds like the self-talk. Like,
Yeah.
yeah. I love that reminder of if I don't get up and do this, I'm not going to get anywhere. Like, I'm
Yeah.
going to be in the same position next year that I'm in
It's
right now.
terrifying me, really.
Yeah. That I said that to myself a couple weeks ago, was something I didn't want to do. And I was like, Selena, if you don't do that, you're going to be in the same exact position next year. And then you're going to just keep putting it off. And then you're going to be mad at yourself. Like, yeah.
I mean, I don't know. Sometimes, sometimes we don't wake up every day feeling motivated, So, so we have to keep pushing ourselves, because there's the other day I feel like before I go to sleep I was like, oh, I'm gonna post this, stuff, I'm gonna post this stuff, I'm gonna post this stuff. I already make a lot of like the posting draft that I need to do, but
Yeah.
wake up in the morning I was like, maybe I post it tomorrow. Maybe I post it tomorrow. Yeah, so I keep pushing myself. That's how it's work.
Yeah.
And it sounds like keeping kind of like what both of you guys are saying, is like keeping the bigger picture in mind is what kind of keeps you motivated.
Yeah.
Okay, where do I want to be in like a month or a year or however long that end goal is, which is awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Keeping the little
Because
space.
because I have a big dream, to be honest with you. But it's hard to reach that dream if you not work for that. So yeah, I have to keep pushing myself every day.
Yeah.
For sure.
And I guess switching gears a little bit, we talk about just kind of like people that are goal oriented and our inner circle and who we surround ourselves is really important. So what qualities or traits does someone have that to be in your inner circle, to be like in your friend group?
To be honest with you, I'm not very social person. I have what can you say that? I have a phobia for social, honestly. I have a like anxiety going out, making friends, something like that. But I mean, I have to make friends. If not, I'll be lonely. So the only things I want to search for a friend is like their support, their loyalty. Yeah, and the important thing that for me is that they make me happy, they make me laugh, something like that. Because I keep my inner circles very small. I don't go out a lot. I don't make friends a lot because no, that's not really my thing. I just keep my friends the same friends again and again and again. So yeah, because my friends, they know me a lot. They know me, they know what I go through in life. They always been there for me, they make me happy. Yeah, I think loyalty and yeah, make ourselves happy, make us support each other. Yeah, that's the things that I want.
Yeah.
When are you? Go ahead, Iman.
No, I was just gonna say, I think that that's so important, like that loyalty, and then being around people that can make you laugh, because every day,
that's true.
You have someone that you can just laugh about silly things with, or
yeah, that's what I meant. That's really is.
Yeah. When are you the happiest, Pricilla? Like, because you said when your friends they make you happy, like that's what matters too. What is happiness to you?
My mom actually have a very small business. We have like a garden shop. Back in the day, my mom doesn't really have money to buy all of the stuff. So when I have money, because I work, I have money, I get my paycheck, and then there's a time that I can provide my mom with a lot of things. I can buy her this, I can buy her this, I can buy her this. I think that was the happiest moment of my life when I can provide my mom the things that she wants. That I can buy her this, I can buy her that, I can buy her that. I think that's the happiest moment in my life. Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome. You seem, just from like your responses, you seem like a very like selfless person. Like you're very giving to other people and like to your family. How do you kind of like recharge or get, like, what's your self-care? Like how do you kind of give back to Pricilla and not
My
be
only I think my only self-care here is like sleeping, sleeping, watching YouTube, something like that. That's my self-care, you know. It's really that's it. I keep watching YouTube. Yeah, just taking some me time. That's
yeah.
Yeah. Me and Iman talk about sleep a lot. That's self-care for sure. Like
I love sleeping a lot and I love eating. That's my biggest self-care in life.
same. For sure. What's the best piece of advice you've ever gotten?
I think it's from my mom. She said to me like, I was so worried about money. I was so worried about everything. And she said like, you know what? Don't worry about a thing. You know, God will provide you. God will help you. Something like that. Yeah, just don't worry about everything. Everything will be fine. Just keep on working hard. Don't be lazy. Yeah. But here I am. I'm very lazy. So I'm sorry. I'm sorry for my mom, but I try to help her as much as I can. So yeah, because she's not getting younger. So yeah, I think it's my turn to care for her.
Yeah. So don't be lazy, work hard. Oh, and don't worry.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
Yeah, don't worry. Don't worry about everything. So yeah, I just be sleeping like this. Like, you have no worry in life. No worry, girl.
At least you did that part. You don't worry. So you took her advice.
Yeah.
And
then I guess for someone that is interested in starting a blog or wanting to kind of start a project, what piece of advice would you give them?
I think that before you start something like blog, making a blog is very hard. You have to have that big idea what you want to what the main topic is, what you want to talk about, and then you have to post like every two times in 1 week or something like that. I think that commitment. You have to commit to that work that you want to do. If you want to do it, you do it. Yeah, because right now it's very hard, I think, because there's a lot of topic that you want to talk about, but you have to educate yourself more on the main topic that you want to do. You just don't have to like, it's not just based on your experience, but you know, you have to research a lot of things in internet. You know, a lot of people, we all go through different struggle in life. So yeah, I think like body positivity, we all go through different things. So yeah, for me, you have to educate yourself, be more, take your time, and you have to really think what you really want to talk about. Yeah. Sorry, that's my cat. I have a happy person. Sorry, that's my cat.
Hi. Okay, your cat can't hear me saying hi. Beautiful.
She loves me so much. She doesn't want to. No.
Beautiful.
Sorry about that.
No, it's okay. If you guys are listening, you have to go on our YouTube page to see Pricilla's cats.
Is it she?
She go everywhere I go. So yeah, she attached to me.
Yeah.
She's like, I'm gonna be in.
I'm going to be on the podcast today too. No, I think that's really good advice, really sound advice, what you said. And it does take a lot of research.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know
You have to do a lot of research, really.
I know me and Selena, we're getting started. We've talked about doing a blog too, and just researching how to get started and like the layout. It's so much behind the scenes that I don't think people even realize, or I know we didn't think about before. And we had each other to kind of like hold each other accountable. So that you're sticking with it and it's just you.
There's a lot of things to do actually, because when I first started the blog, I have like a really big idea. And then when you're actually doing it, you feel like you're stuck. You're like, oh no, what I'm gonna do? You have to constantly having like new topic every day, you know. It's very hard. And you have to keep research. Yeah, it's very hard. It's very hard to have a blog.
Nothing worth having comes easy.
Yeah, that's true. I'm sorry about my cat.
That's okay. We got a little treat, a little surprise, a little treat.
She loved me too much. She won't let me go anywhere.
She's beautiful. I don't have any more questions. We went so fast, but do you guys have anything else?
I guess I just had one, because you talked about like how you have some big ideas and big dreams. Kind of is there anything that's in the works in terms of like next steps for you or projects? I know you have the one that's starting. This is me. Kind of.
Yeah. I actually have a like next project. I want to do something like you guys like podcasts. That will be fun, I think. And yeah, there's a lot of things that I want to do, like podcasts. But it's hard because I mean, I'm not really a camera person. I'm very shy, and my English is not really good.
You can just do the audio part. You don't have to do the video part. You could just do the audio part of podcast, and your English will get better if you do a podcast. Like I think your English is great, but if you
thank you,
it'll get better and better if you do it.
Yeah,
I say do it.
I agree.
But it's hard too, because there's a lot of topic you want to do a lot of that thing. But I think I still want to do it. Because I look at you guys. I look at your YouTube channel, and it look really, really fun. Like connecting each other. I love that. I love that, really.
Thanks.
Yeah, we're still in the beginning stages as well.
Yeah.
But it's fun to watch. Really. I really, really love it. I will do it someday, but not right now.
Just one day. Just do it though.
Yeah.
It's a lot of work, I think, but it's worth it. And I always say it, and nobody asked me, but I'm so happy I get to do it with Iman. Like I wouldn't be. This thing would have been ended, okay?
But can I ask some questions? How do you guys came out with the ideas? Where do you get the ideas from, really?
Well, we're guest driven, so we're lucky in that sense, and we're curious. So we want to share. Well, I don't want to speak for we, but I think when we came up with the idea for the podcast, we live off the normal pathway. Am I describing this? It's taking a long time. Sorry, y'all. And we just wanted to hear how other people, what their ideas of success are, that aren't necessarily the traditional sense, or at least here in the States, the traditional sense of success. And I can say for myself, I've learned so much. So that's how we came. And then luckily we don't have to come up with ideas every week.
Oh, really?
Y'all got to do it. The guests, we got you here.
We've talked about this. I think it would be a lot harder if we didn't have guests to just come up with ideas and topics. But like Selena said, we are just very curious to hear other people's perspectives on success and just their lifestyles and what they're kind of striving towards.
Mm-hmm.
So it's been such a great experience. Like we're doing it for our listeners, but I think selfishly we're also doing it for ourselves.
Hell yeah. But we hope that people, our listeners, get a lot out of it, at least half of as much as we do, because I know I get so much out of the show.
Definitely. Yeah. Because all of your show, you guys are amazing.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think it's on one of those quotes that are like, following your dream. It's not about getting your dream, it's about who you become in the process of getting to your dream. And I feel that like we're following this. I don't know if this was like our dream as kids, obviously, because there were no podcasts, but like this was always a part of us, like wanting to like self-development and learning and happiness, obviously. And so we're on that journey. And I know for me, it's like, I'm a different person than when we started. And I'm so grateful for this experience. So my point is do it, because no matter what, you're going to get something out of it that you didn't know before, that you didn't have before.
Yeah. That's true. That's true.
The hardest part is just getting started. Like we spent so much time in the planning phase and just like overthinking things. And at one point we're just like, you know what? We're going to start on this date, like regardless of how prepared or unprepared we feel.
Yeah.
And since then, at least for me, it's gotten so much easier. But it was just like starting, and then you're like, oh, okay, this wasn't as bad as I thought, and all the things, and you figure out things as you go, and you're like, you can adjust and switch it as you need to. But I think just getting started is the scariest part, because you're going into a field or an avenue that you know nothing about. At least we were. You're like, okay.
Yeah.
I think for me, the biggest worry for me that when I do like podcasts or something like that, I think the biggest worry for me is rejection.
Mm-hmm.
I worry so much that people don't like what I'm doing. Yeah, I think that's what make me worry the most for me.
Yeah, I worried about that. Did you, Iman?
I think what helped me is I listened to Selena knows, but one of my favorite inspirational people is Les Brown, and he talks about how much rejection. So he's like one of the, I don't know if he's number one, but he's like in the top 5 in terms of motivational speakers in the States. And he talks about how he got so many more rejections than he did yeses. And I'm like, well, if he got rejected that much and he's like number one, I kind of was like, okay, I expect to, I mean, it still isn't nice when you get it, but it's almost like I expected it. I was like, okay, I know it's going to come as you move up and get to where you're going.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
I think I was worried about the judgment. Is that what you're talking about too, Pricilla? Like,
yeah.
I was like, I don't really like this person. What'd you say?
Something. I don't like this curved person, something like that, because I take time like to message each of one of them to joining the project, and I was terrified. on what they're gonna say. That's no.
Yeah.
I don't really want.
When you reached out to someone?
Yeah.
The first time we reached out to someone that we didn't know, like because we both reach out to people, but I was sweating. I don't know if you get as nervous as I do about that kind of stuff, but I was sweating, my palms, I was shaking. I read the email like 50 times. I was like,
It's really hard, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's scary.
It's really hard. It's scary, very scary.
Yeah.
I keep thinking about it, like I messaged them, I reached out to them, like blah 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 blah, and then I just get up from that app. I was like, oh, please be nice, please be nice.
Yeah.
Really is.
I think my fear was more so being, because remember at first I just wanted to do audio. It's more so being on camera, because I'm similar to you, Pricilla. I'm like, I don't really like to be in the limelight. I'm like, okay, I can talk. But when we decided to do the
Yeah.
Visual too. I was just like, oh. So that was more of my like where my anxiety and nervousness came of like, oh, the whole world can see. It's not just a screen where I can send a message and then if they reject me, I'm like, all right.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that was my
Yeah.
kind of me.
I think doing something like what you guys doing right now, like visual, is very nice because you have to talk to each other, you have to look to each other. Yeah, I think it's very nice. I love it. I really like it.
Yeah. Yeah. I think the takeaway to sum that all up is like, feel the fear, and everyone's heard this, feel the fear, do it anyway. And it's good. Oh, somebody at my work said, think of fear or nervousness as an adventure. Like, and I love that. So I try to think of it like
I feel
that.
very nervous right now.
Yeah, of course. So I think it's normal. That just shows we're human, but it's just pushing past it and like not letting it stop us.
Yeah. To be honest with you, when Iman reached out to me on email, I was like, oh, this is exciting. This is exciting. And I think about it next day, oh no, I don't really know. I don't really know if I want to do this. I have to think about it like, do I have to? But it's an exciting, it's an exciting moment. I love this. It's an experience for me. I think, it's very exciting. I'm very nervous, really, but I was this close to postpone it. I don't. Oh, sorry, I don't want to do this anymore, or something like that. But you know what? I'm doing it right now. So yeah.
Well, I'm glad that you push through your fears, and I feel like every time I do that, it becomes a little bit easier to push past the next one. So especially waking up so early, I appreciate that.
Yes. We all love our sleep.
I wake up at 4:00, and my cat is like, "Oh, give me food, give me food." I was like, "Oh, please make me sleep for 10 more minutes." But yeah, I really like it. It's fun. I love it.
I'm so glad you came on and like you made our podcast expand. Now we're in Malaysia too.
I was very excited. I was like, Malaysia. I think you're the first. Well, you're the first international guest.
Oh, thank you.
If no pressure, you can put us on your blog. No pressure.
I will put you on my Instagram.
Ooh, we're really international now, Iman. We already were a little bit. Now we're expanding.
Thank you so much for having me, really. Thank you. It's mean a lot.
Thank you for coming on like Iman said, so early, and it was a delight to meet you.
Yeah.
Does anybody have anything else before we close out?
No. Anything else?
Nothing else for me. I just want to say thank you. I appreciate it a lot, you guys, for having me today. Yeah, it's really, really a fun experience for me.
Yeah. So thank you, Pricilla, for sharing your time with us and inspiring our listeners to redefine success for themselves. And of course, always thank you, listeners. We could not do this without you. Remember to hit subscribe, like, share this episode, leave a review. We want to hear your feedback. And remember, you can follow us and subscribe at U+Happy on YouTube and Instagram. We'll see you next week, same time, same place. And we ask our guests to say our tagline, which is, you ready? We'll show you our definition of success if you show us yours. Can you say that again? A lot. We show you. Listen, I still mess it up and I read it every week. Okay. I can't even say it without reading it. Can we say it together? Yeah, let's do it together. I'll do a countdown. So on 3, okay? Or count. Okay. We'll show you our definition of success when you show yours. Hey. We in 3 different countries, y'all.